Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, boys and girls? I actually have fucking energy for the first time. Welcome to another episode of Tom Talks. I believe this is 39. So, yeah, holy, dude, we're 4 weeks into the season, and we're on episode 39. So let's just get right into it. I really don't have any announcements right now, but like I said, let's just get into it. Talk some more football, baby. Woo! Shit, excuse me. Browns Steelers last week. Pretty boring game for the most part, except for that receiver catch. What the hell? I already forgot his fucking name. Pickens? Yeah, that crazy George Pickens catch. That's his name. And then the Browns pretty much dominated the rest of that game. Even though I'm pretty sure I picked the Browns to win, but a closer game. But oh well. But still, fuck it. I was right. So we'll move on to the next game. I thought the Saints were going to steamroll the Panthers, but I was wrong. For whatever reason, it just seems like the last couple of seasons, I think, the Panthers have beaten New Orleans in Carolina at home. So, good on them. Good on Baker for getting his first one in Carolina. The only big play I think I can remember was there was a strip fumble on a defensive lineman for the Panthers. Took it all the way back for a touchdown. I think that was like the only major play I really remember. And then the one Saints play with the one crazy one-handed catch. But yeah, I can't remember the names off the top of my head right now. But anyway, next game. I did pick the Bears to win in a close one, so I didn't think the Texans were that good. There's really nothing much that stands out in this game from what I remember, except for Roquan Smith. He's a fucking beast, but we all knew that. We all knew that already. But anyway, back to next game, a big upset. I thought the Chiefs were going to beat the Colts. I think a lot of people thought the Chiefs were going to beat the Colts. But the real downfall was the really bad lack of offense, and more importantly, special teams really let the Chiefs down. And I don't want to hear anybody say that special teams are not important. They are very important when it comes to the game of football. They lost a lot of games in week 1, and they definitely lost the Chiefs this game in week 3. And now on to the next game, one of the biggest games of the week. I thought the Bills were going to win in Miami in a close one, but the Bills really just shot themselves in the foot. They should have won this game, but they just made a lot of stupid mistakes, a lot of stupid penalties. Because they had the ball for the ball twice as much as Miami did. I believe they had 40 minutes for time possession. They had a lot more yards, plays, and all that other shit. They did more. They had more everything. Because when you see the stats like that, the way the Bills had against the Dolphins, you would figure the Bills would win the game. But they made too many mistakes. Josh Allen made a really bad throw. They missed for a touchdown. The only way they got back in this game is because the Dolphins punter kicked the ball into the ass of a teammate, and that went back for safety, and that gave the Bills a chance, but they screwed the spike up. So, but yeah, Miami's been a surprise. I mean, they're a good team, but I didn't think they would start off 3-0. I thought they would lose this game, and they're about to play in another hour, so we'll pick that game soon. I thought Detroit would get the upset here. They were up for a while. They were up. They had the lead for most of the game, but they just let Minnesota come back. Detroit has a really good offense. They have the number 2 scoring offense in the whole league. They just can't hold anyone down defensively. And it seems like they lost DeAndre Swift during the game. And the Vikings can only play really good only during the day. They cannot play at any nighttime, any primetime games. They suck at prime time. Ravens beat the Patriots pretty solidly. Lamar Jackson looks really fucking good. He bet on himself, and right now Lamar Jackson is winning. That man should have a $250 million contract fully guaranteed, and that's only going up every other week. Every time he performs really well, that is going up every week. So Lamar Jackson, if he keeps up this pace, he's in the MVP talks already. I know it's early to talk MVP, but he's in those talks already. Bengals beat the Jets. This is like everyone thought this would be their bounce back game. They played pretty well. Offensive line still can't really protect them that well, but it's a step. And one step at a time. They play tonight. Let's see if they do well against the Dolphins. It's a big test for them. Titans just got away with beating the Raiders. Raiders did not look good starting off 0-3. A lot of people, including me, thought they'd be doing a lot better than 0-3. But I'm sorry, that's what happens when we have allergies. Allergies suck. Yeah, Josh McDaniels is not doing a good job as a head coach right now. And Titans got a bounce back game, so good on them. My Philadelphia Eagles, 3-0. We went up in Washington and we beat that ass. We sacked Carson 9 times, I believe. And the offense is dominant. Goddard scored a nice touchdown. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith had those two had really great fucking days. The Batmen are at work, and I love it, dude. Jalen Hurts looks fucking amazing. I had my doubts about him last year, and of course, his first year, and he struggled a little bit. But right now, he looks really fucking good, and it's amazing to see that. It's amazing to see all of his hard work. And now this game, the game that nobody expected to happen, I don't think anybody picked the Jags to be the Chargers, and not only not be the Chargers, but basically crush them. Trevor Lawrence threw for 3 touchdowns. Defense got an interception of Justin Herbert, and Chargers are just, it sucks because they're just falling apart right now. They got the injury bug that the Ravens did last year. Now they lost their Rashawn Slayer's out for the year. Joey Bosa's out on the IR with a groin injury. I don't know if he needs surgery, but he's going to be out for a while. Corey Lindsey already wasn't playing. J.C. Jackson wasn't playing. So they have out a lot of key players. Keenan Allen, I don't think he can play this week. Play again in that game, but yeah, Chargers. A lot of people picking the Chargers to win the AFC West over the Chiefs. They're not playing that well either. Rams barely beat the Cardinals. I thought the Rams were going to crush them, but I don't remember if I said crush them, but I thought the Rams were going to win. I'm pretty sure I said the Rams would win. I'll look back at that video because I don't remember, but it seems like they barely know how to win, but that's all right now. Cooper Kupp's really the only playmaker, and Cam Akers can be good when he doesn't is a good running back when he doesn't fumble the fucking football. And Arizona, they're just offensive line struggling, Kyler's struggling, so yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. I was right in Atlanta being Seattle. Like I said, Seattle's not that good of a team, but they did put up a fight, so good for them. But Atlanta's getting on the other side winning. I thought the Bucs were going to beat the Packers, but Packers dominated for like the first 2 drives, but then after that, they just were not. They were not that consistent with the football. There were a lot of turnovers in this game. Pretty sloppy. I mean, to be fair, the Bucs really don't have a lot of players offensively. A lot of them are out because of injuries. So we might see this matchup later in the playoffs. I predicted that we're going to see this matchup in the playoffs. I just don't know when. Either a wild card game or a divisional round game. It's going to be one of those two. And I don't remember who I picked. I think I picked the Niners. I think I did. I don't remember. Or I picked Denver because of home. But yeah, Denver might be 2-1, but they are struggling. Nathaniel Hackett was not the right guy, it seems like. Yes, they're 2-1, but it does not seem like that Nathaniel Hackett's doing really good. He does not know it seems like he doesn't know what he's doing coaching-wise. And it's kind of embarrassing because I think a lot of people expected Nathaniel Hackett to be really good, take this Broncos offense to the next level. But Russell Wilson seems to be struggling a little bit and seems that he has to be doing everything again. So I can only hope that they improve. And then this board for the rest of the game. I only saw the first half, but first half was like 6-3. Eventually the Cowboys won. The only reason the game was somewhat important is because I had Tony Pollard on my team and on my fantasy team, and the other guy my opponent was facing. He had mostly Cowboy players. He had CeeDee Lamb, he had Noah Brown, the defense, and the kicker. So So it was a 4v1, and then luckily Tony Pollard did enough to win me the game. Like he gave me enough points to give me the W. So let's move on to next week's game. So that was week 3. Let's recap. Let's predict week 4 an hour away, as I need to stop doing this the night of the game. I need to start doing this shit on like Wednesday or whatever. Tuesday or Wednesday, but Bengals are at home against the Miami Dolphins. And the Bengals, they are premiering their all-white unis. This is the premiere of the all-white unis, and it feels really... They look clean as fuck, and it would be really disrespectful if they lost tonight, because they are just so fresh and so clean. I'm picking the Bengals to win tonight just because of those fucking jerseys. They are fresh and clean. But I feel like Miami is going to win, but I just feel like I'm picking Cincinnati only because of those fucking jerseys. So fresh, so fucking clean, dog. The White Tigers, I love them. That's what I call them. I'm gonna call them the White Tigers. Let's see. Vikings at Saints, the first game in London on the NFL Network, 9:30 in the morning. I will try to watch this game, but I will be tailgating at the Eagles game for my cousin's birthday, which is right down. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Saints did not look good last week. Vikings looked a little better, even they came back from behind. I think the Vikings are going to beat the Saints. They're going to be 3-1. Saints are going to 1-3. I think it seems like no matter if Justin Jefferson does get shut out, they have other playmakers that can do things, be productive with the football. I cannot talk. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Pardon me. Excuse me. So yeah, I think the Vikings are going to beat the Saints. Browns at Falcons. I think Cleveland goes into Atlanta and beats them pretty handedly. Like I said, I think Browns are just more talented than the Falcons. This would be a really good game. Bills at the Ravens. Oh my god, fuck! This is a hard game to pick. Lamar's on fire. Josh Allen's on fire. The only problem I have with the only Bills' major issues are their offensive line, which isn't really. I mean, they do okay, and there's no running game other than Josh Allen. So they need other running backs to step up. So because of that, and they have a lot of injuries on defense too, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They lost Hyde for the year because of a neck injury. A couple defensive linemen were out, and they have I think they had 10 people injured against Miami. I don't know what the injury report looks like, but if it's like the same, I'm gonna pick the Ravens at home just because. This is because Lamar Jackson's on fire. He and Jalen Hurts are the two best quarterbacks in the league right now. Commanders at Cowboys. As much as I want to pick the Commanders to beat the Cowboys just because I hate the Dallas Cowboys, the Commanders' offensive line is absolute garbage. If we got 9 sacks, the Cowboys are going to get 9 sacks too. It's Micah Parsons is going to have a fucking 5-sack game. It's going to be embarrassing for them. So I'm picking Dallas at home, unfortunately. I don't want to pick Dallas, but I feel like I have to. Even though I want to troll, I wouldn't be successfully trolling if I picked the Commanders. Detroit at home against Seattle, so I'm picking Detroit. I think this is a good game to bounce back from losing. Look, they're going to be 2-2 because Jared Goff has played really well in Detroit so far. He's played pretty well this year. He hasn't really lost them any game. Actually, that's not true. He threw an interception at the end of the last game, but I guess if they really lose, I don't know. But Jared Goff's been playing pretty well. He's been I think a lot better than people thought he was going to play. Offensive line's improved, obviously. They just need defense to step up more. Aiden Hutchinson needs to get more sacks. And Jeff Okudah needs to get more interceptions. So, yeah, I'm just hoping... I'm picking Detroit to beat the Seahawks. Chargers at Texans. Justin Herbert's banged up. The offensive line's banged up. But even though Houston did play okay against the Bears, they were in the game the entire time. I don't know. I mean, I know they won. I know the Texans beat the Chargers last year when they played, but I don't know. I'm not feeling the Texans this year. This is gonna be just a down year for them. They're just gonna fucking waste all that. They're gonna lose a lot of games, and they're going to have a couple more picks in the first round this year. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Even though Justin Herbert's banged up, I'm going with the Chargers. Titans at Colts. Ooh, this is a tough game. Both teams are the Colts are really struggling. They barely got away with Kansas City, only because Kansas City special teams sucks. The Titans seem to look a little better, but trading away AJ Brown was a huge fucking mistake for them. This really is a fucking coin flip, but I'm gonna go with the Colts at home, just because home field advantage. I don't think they're gonna win. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans beat them. I believe the Giants are wearing. Bears at Giants. I believe the Giants are wearing the old school Giant uniforms at home. They had They had their whiteout on Monday against Dallas. Those look. As much as I don't like the Giants, I like those '80s jerseys. I think they're nice. I think they're fucking fresh and clean. So I don't know. Like the Bears aren't really doing anything special on offense. Neither the Giants. Like this is gonna be an ugly, boring fucking game. But I think the Giants are barely gonna win just because I like their kicker better. Because he's on my fantasy team. Even though I auto drafted him, he's still on my team. And now here's is a big game. The Jaguars at my Eagles. Like I said, I'm gonna be tailgating at this game. I'm probably gonna be watching it at Xfinity Live. Jaguars look pretty good so far. I haven't seen all of their I guess games. I've seen some of the highlights. Their defense looks really good. Trevor Lawrence is definitely taking steps to improve this year. I'm debating on starting him over Justin Herbert in my fantasy league, but I'm not sure. Because I feel like the Eagles, like I said, the Eagles were a really good team too. So this is good. This is actually a really tough game. Peterson coming back to the link. He's definitely going to get standing ovation. I just feel like I think this is going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be a lot like the first game at Detroit. It's going to be 38-35, but like I don't think the score's going to be that high. I think we're going to win by a field goal. I think it's going to be like 24-21 us. I think it's going to be a really close football game. I'm not sleeping on this Jags team. They are played really well right now. And I don't know what their record. I said that I thought they're going to have like 6-7 wins. If the Jaguars do get 6-7 wins this year, that's a major improvement for them. But the way the AFC South is playing right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jags won the division with like 9 wins. But anyway, let's move on to the next game. Jets at Steelers. Zach Wilson is supposed to be returning to this game. I don't know if any Jets fans are excited for that because Joe Flacco has been playing pretty well. Like not crazy superstar well, but before tonight, apparently he's like the 5th. He has the 5th most passing yards in the league, I believe. I believe he's behind Lamar, Tua, Hurts, and somebody else. I don't remember who, but someone else. And then Joe Flacco's number 5, which I found pretty interesting. But as much as the Steelers' offense isn't really that dynamic, and their defense is missing T.J. Watt, I think it's very clear that their defense is missing T.J. Watt. I think this will be my upset of the week. I think the Jets are going to beat the Steelers. Just because they have better... I think they have younger and better talent on offense. I like Zach Wilson more than I like Mitch Trubisky, if we're being honest. Next game, Cardinals at Panthers. The Cardinals need to bounce back. I think that Arizona's going to bounce back and beat the Panthers this game. I don't think their Panthers are really that good. Baker Mayfield is not playing well in Carolina. He's missing that offensive line. I don't know if Christian McCaffrey should be playing this game. He's on the injury report. So we'll see. So yeah, as of right now, I'm picking Arizona to win. Patriots at Packers. I'm picking Packers at home. I don't think if Mac Jones doesn't play, he's going to try to play, but if he doesn't play, I think the Packers are going to win no matter what. I just think they're better. They're just a better overall team than the Patriots right now. Here's a fun one. The Broncos are in Vegas. This is the most important game for the Raiders right now. If the Raiders lose this game, I think they're done. They're not making the playoffs. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna win any more games, but it's going to be really tough to try to climb back into that division race. Hell, I don't think they're making the playoffs if they don't win this game. If they win this game, I think they still have a shot, even though it's a long season. But it's really important for the Raiders to win this game. I know they haven't lost by a lot. Sorry, my glasses are dirty as fuck, dude. A lot of things are going on right now. I can barely see I can't even see like the logos or the words on the screen right now without my glasses. It's actually awful how blind I am. So yeah, like I was saying, the Raiders, this is a very important game for them, and if they don't win this game, they're basically screwed. They're definitely not making the playoffs. They're fighting for their lives, and I'm afraid Josh McDaniels is only going to be a one and done coach. Even though I've read some really interesting stories about Josh McDaniels with his first tenure in Denver, basically destroying the whole culture in like a year. The night game, Chiefs at Bucks. Supposedly they're playing in Tampa Bay. The hurricane is not hitting them. At least either not hitting them or not hitting them as hard. But I'm picking the Chiefs to win on the road. Bucks still depleted offensively. Even though Mike Evans is coming back, they're still pretty depleted offensively. And I trust the Chiefs' offense, and I trust their defense. The only way the Chiefs will lose is if their special teams play the way they did on, I guess, the Colts. So I'm picking the Chiefs on the road to beat the Bucks. And the Monday night game, LA Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. I am picking the 49ers to win at home. Before this last NFC title game for the Rams making the Super Bowl, the 49ers have had the Rams number for the past 3 years, basically. And I think that trend gets back on. I think they get back on that trend. I think San Francisco wins. I just think they're an overall better team, even though they still have a bunch of injuries. Trent Williams' injury concerns me a little bit, but yeah, I just like the 49ers in this game more than I do the Rams. I just feel like even though they lost against Denver, they shouldn't have, but it's probably going to be a sloppy, ugly game this time around, too. So, and yeah, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, I don't know, heart it, give me a 5-star rating. I don't know how that rating goes for Spotify. I don't remember. But, yeah, enjoy the episode. Share it with your friends. Share it with your families, your mamas, your brothers, your sisters, everybody. I want to be big. I'm trying to get famous, baby. I want to do this. Let's go. Catch y'all next week, baby.